Most people get this completely wrong. They think starting a company in the United Kingdom is complicated, expensive, and full of legal hurdles. It's not. The biggest mistake? Not understanding the exact legal steps and trying to guess the process. Here's the truth no one tells you. The UK is actually one of the easiest countries in the world to start a company. You can even do it online in less than 24 hours. But here's the problem. If you don't follow the correct structure and legal requirements, you can run into serious issues later. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the complete legal step-by-step process to start a company in the UK in 2026. You'll learn the exact structure, documents, costs, and strategies to do it the right way. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to launch your UK company legally and confidently. Let's get straight into it. First, let's understand one key concept. You do not need to be a UK resident to start a company. Yes, even if you live outside the UK, you can still register a business. But here's the problem. Most people don't know which type of company to choose. And that's where everything begins. Now, let's talk about the first step. Choosing your business structure. The most common option is a private limited company, also known as limited. Now, here's why it's popular. It offers limited liability. It's easy to manage. And it's widely accepted. But here's the catch. There are other options like sole trader or partnership. But for most people, especially international founders, a limited company is the best choice. Now here's where most people fail. They don't understand the difference and choose the wrong structure. Now let's move to the second step. Choosing your company name. Your name must be unique and not similar to existing companies. You can check this on the Companies House website. But here's the problem. People skip checking trademarks and face issues later. So always verify properly. Now step 3. Choose a registered office address. This is your official business address in the UK. Now here's the key point. You must have a UK address. But here's where it gets interesting. You can use virtual office services if you don't live in the UK. Now, step 4. Appoint directors and shareholders. A company must have at least one director. Now here's the good news. You can be both director and shareholder, even as a non-resident. Now, step 5. Prepare your company documents. This includes the memorandum and articles of association. These define how your company operates. Now here's where it gets interesting. Standard templates are available, but you can customize them if needed. Now step 6. Register your company with Companies House. This is the official registration authority in the UK. You can do this online. Now here's the key point. Registration is fast. Sometimes within 24 hours. Now let's talk about costs. The registration fee is relatively low. Usually around £12 to £50 depending on the method. Now, step 7. Register for taxes. This is very important. You need to register for corporation tax with HMRC. Now, here's the problem. Many people forget this step and face penalties later. Now step 8. Open a business bank account. This is essential. But here's where most people struggle. Some banks require physical presence. Now here's where it gets interesting. There are online banking options that support international founders. But always check requirements carefully. Now step 9. Understand VAT. If your turnover exceeds a certain threshold, you must register for VAT. Now, here's the key point. Even if you don't cross the threshold, you can register voluntarily. Now, step 10. Maintain compliance. This includes filing annual accounts and confirmation statements. Now here's where most people fail. They forget ongoing requirements and face penalties. Now let's talk about a real example. Rahul wanted to start an online service business. He chose a UK limited company. He followed each step carefully. Within a few days, his company was live. Now, compare that to Alex. He rushed the process, skipped tax registration, faced fines later. So attention to detail matters. Now here's where it gets interesting again. Do you need a visa? No? Hey, you don't need a visa to start a company. But if you want to live and work in the UK, that's different. Now let's talk about common mistakes. Choosing the wrong structure. Ignoring tax registration. Using incorrect addresses. Not maintaining compliance. All of these can create problems. Now let's talk about strategy. Keep it simple. Choose a limited company. Follow each step properly. Use reliable services. And stay compliant. Now here's a key insight. Starting a company in the UK is easy. But maintaining it properly is what matters. Now let's talk about benefits. Access to the UK market. Strong business reputation. Easy international transactions. And growth opportunities. Now let's talk about long-term growth. Once your company is set up, you can expand globally, hire employees, and scale your business. Now here's where it gets interesting. A UK company adds credibility to your brand. Now let's bring everything together. Starting a company in the UK involves choosing the right structure, registering with Companies House, setting up your tax accounts, opening a bank account, and maintaining compliance. If you follow the correct steps, the process is simple and fast. Now here's the final insight. The people who succeed are not the ones who rush. They are the ones who follow the process step by step. They avoid shortcuts. And they build a strong foundation. So don't overthink it. Start with the basics. Follow the steps. And take action. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more business and legal guides, and comment below if you want help choosing the best structure for your UK company. Because starting correctly today can save you a lot of problems tomorrow. And that's exactly what you want. I'll see you in the next video.